Hello, everyone. Welcome to day two of the annual Inspiring Change Conference. The Inspiring Change virtual conference started yesterday with a lineup of inspiration via Twitter. We had a tweet conference from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. yesterday, and then I had a male guest who joined us to talk about how we can crush the status quo in finance. Tonight, we are going to be crushing the status quo in retail business. So this, I would like you to kindly share this stream, invite someone to come on board. My special guest is on standby. I can see her, and honestly, this is a huge sacrifice, and I really, really appreciate the honor to have her take some time off our trip to join us virtually. Tonight, our special guest is no other than Abby Koladaisi. That is Abisola Koladaisi. She's a luxury retail entrepreneur. And tonight, she's going to be telling us how to crush the status quo in retail business. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back in a bit. Tell someone, share the stream. We are live.
Hello everyone, my name is Sunmbo Adeoye, and I want to ask you, are you ready for the most inspiring meeting of this quarter? It's the 8th edition of the annual Inspiring Change Conference with myself and a host of all other leading female entrepreneurs. This year features speakers like Lady Onyeka Owenu, Temi Ajibewa, Folakemi Aya Akoni, Ask Downs, and of course a host of all others. You don't want to be given the summary to crushing the status quo in 2021. Register and take a front seat to relevance in your business, ministry, and career. Time is 10 a.m. at the Wisdom Arena. Lest I forget, admission is free. Mask up and be there.
All right, I can see that you are ready, and my guest is ready too.
Hello.
Hi, Abby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can hear
you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so
let
much.
me quickly do a brief introduction so that our people know who we have tonight on the day two of our annual Inspiring Change Conference. Abisola Koladaisi is a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur. She's the daughter of the ex-governor of Oyo State. That's my state. I'm sure she doesn't even know this.
I didn't know that.
I'm from Ogbomoso, and our sincere condolence to the whole family. Sorry about the loss. But here you are. Thank God for how fast you were able to pick yourself, pick your business, pick your life back. That is quite commendable. And I just want you to share this inspiration to everyone who was badly hit by the pandemic, maybe because they suffered a loss or maybe because business didn't go quite well. I definitely know you have, something that you can share because you went through it, and look at you, you're smiling to the glory of God. And I know it's not by power. I know that, you've had your seasons of struggle and pain and the tears, but here you are, and that's what we're here for. Shout out to your husband. I know he's somewhere rooting for you.
In front of me.
This is what oh, sir, we're really celebrating you. This is one thing I tell a lot of people, that spousal support is great game.
Yes,
there's a level you can get to if you don't have the support of family, your immediate family, your spouse, who would at least believe in you to a large extent. So shout out to him over there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. I can see that our people are here. Everybody is waiting. They can't wait to hear you. Now you are into luxury retail business. Yesterday, we had someone come to discuss with us about crushing the status quo in finance. And we're talking about how startups start their business. And it was like, no, don't start with loans from the bank. You have to start with funds that you have. Luxury business is not something you start with little money. And if I am not correct, please correct me. How did you start? Was it out of passion for luxury items, or was it because the people in your immediate circle just love luxury items? Please tell us.
Thank you very much for
You're
having me on the
welcome.
show. First of
You're
all, I really
welcome.
appreciate it.
It's a
Um,
pleasure.
as a luxury entrepreneur, I started my business 10 years ago.
Okay.
I opened a shoe store called Florence H, a luxury boutique that retails women's accessories. And it started as a passion business. I love shoes. I'm a fashion girl. So I really wanted to, and I also found that there was a need for authentic women's
Hmm.
accessories in Nigeria. And I
There
really
is a
wanted to
need.
fill, yes, so I really wanted to fill that void. So at the time we
Mm.
started 10 years ago, it was literally just, I think, myself and another person that was in that line of business.
Wow.
Um, I know that it sounds like it costs a lot to start a luxury business, but in business generally, start with what you have.
Hmm.
You know how they say cut your coat according to your
To your
size?
size, yes.
Exactly. So make sure, I mean, if let's, just for the purpose of the conversation, if you have 100,000
Hmm.
naira and you want to start a business, identify what needs
Mm,
you can fill and start the business and it will
mm,
grow. You just
mm.
really have to believe in your passion.
In fact, I love the fact that you just told me that you started your business 10 years ago.
I
No
did.
one would have known. I just knew about Florence Age when you opened the store in Lekki. And I'm
Oh,
like, 10
wow.
years, that's a long time, which
It
means you
is.
started where you were with what you have, not necessarily starting with the whole complex and the mall and
No,
everything. What
I
advice
did
do you
out.
have? What advice do you have for entrepreneurs who just want to come in with a bang, who are
Right.
saving up money, borrowing money to just come in with a bang?
I'll tell you a story. I mean, sometimes you can start with a bang and then you find yourself going back. So that's why it's also very important for you to start with what you can start with. I'll
Mm,
tell you a story. So I actually, Florence H, the Lucky store is not my first store. My first store was in VI. So I
wow.
had a store in VI that was my flagship store on Musaya Adora. And I was in that store for 5 years. And then I, opened, yes. So I decided to open an outlet store in Lekki, where I would, sell the items that would go on sale. What happened at that time for me, I actually closed my VI store. And this is
Wow.
another thing that entrepreneurs need to know. So you need to know when to slow down. You need to know
Mm,
when to, scale up, and you need to know when
mm,
to, just take a break. So I just, I sat with my financial advisors, and I'm like, I have
mhm.
a mall that I've invested in with a partner, and then I have a store that I'm paying for. So
Sorry.
it doesn't, I'm sorry, my phone.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
it doesn't make sense for me to keep paying
Paying
XYZ
rent.
for
Mm,
rent. Why don't I just go to this location where it's not as expensive? So
mhm,
again, like I say, you have to cut your coat according to your size. Do what you can. Start
mhm,
small and build
mhm.
up. People want to be a part of your story, and you want to be able to tell the story. So I think it's very important for people to just start small and
Honestly,
build
Abby,
up, build
you
up,
just
build
you
up.
just hit it on the head. The person we had yesterday talked about partnership. It's like
Yes,
Nigerians love to own everything and take up all the risk. That we don't need to take all the risk. You can share the risk by bringing someone else on board. Tell me how.
absolutely.
And he said partnership is beyond just giving someone space in your idea or
Yeah,
sharing money. That is even deeper than a marriage.
it
Tell us
is.
about this partnership and how and what you had to go through to get the right partner on board.
Right. I say partnership is the new currency. I
Mm,
think it's important to partner, collaborate with other people. My friend and I had this idea to, start chains of malls.
mm,
So that's how this started. And I must say there sometimes there's times that you disagree on the aesthetics of the mall or how much you want to
yes.
charge, or so
Mhm.
what I did, you just get a mutual party, and I got a lawyer involved, and I just said, you
Oh,
know what, because I
good.
want to maintain this relationship and I want to be
Hmm.
professional at all times.
Yes.
So let's just get a mutual party, a professional, an expert, and he'll
Mm,
just deal with our business dealings.
mm.
So that's
Honestly,
how I conquered that, because it is tough to go into
it
partnerships with
is
people,
tough.
especially
Mhm.
friends.
So it is
It can be tough.
advisable that you bring a professional lawyer on board So if you're
Absolutely.
listening tonight and you want to go into partnership with anyone, even if it's your spouse, let it be written clearly. Are you going to be
Absolutely.
sharing profit? Are you going to be sharing just the profits and loss, or are you going to be paying each other's salary? What
Is it
happens
60,
during the
40?
meeting
You know,
period?
yeah.
Yes. Discuss the terms so that there won't be war. Because I've seen a lot of relationships. I mean, go
Yeah.
into some sort of
Yeah.
loggerhead
Yeah.
because, I mean, of money.
Yes.
In my language,
Money
they'll
is
say,
evil.
"Owó ló bojú ọ̀rẹ́ jẹ́."
Olowo pawati. Benny. Yes,
You
it's
know,
true.
so
Yes.
you really
Owolo
need to
baje.
get it
Yes.
right when it
Yes.
comes to partnership. Collaboration is the new currency. I agree
Yes.
with you totally.
Yes. Yes.
Now for retailing luxury items, how do you
Mm-hmm.
price? Because luxury items are already pricey. How do you
Mm-hmm.
price? Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of entrepreneurs just feel you buy goods 50,000, you put 5,000, you sell it for 55,000. I say
Mm,
that is not even a profitable venture because
mm.
you have not cost all the costables before arriving at that figure. How do you price?
So I'll speak specifically about my business model.
Okay.
So I am a retailer. So I was going directly to the wholesalers of these brands and I was buying directly from them. So I would go to Milan and I would go to Paris and I would go to shows and the showrooms and then I will buy what I want. Now they give you a markup and they give you a margin. So they sell times three. But I'm a businesswoman and I want it to be competitive. So I
Mm.
reduced my margin. So
Wow.
yes, so I reduced my margin. For instance, as opposed to times three, I would do say times 2.5. So if you
Wow.
went, yes, so if you went somewhere else, you know, so for me, pricing, if you're going to incorporate your pricing, make sure that you're shipping. If you're bringing stuff in from anywhere, your shipping cost is
Mhm.
included. And it's usually times three. One for your shipping cost,
Mhm.
one you save for your business,
Mhm. Mhm.
and then the other you put back into your business.
Oh,
Okay, so
wow.
that's yeah, so that's what so you put back into your capital and then you buy more and then of course you have your savings. So you just have to
But what you're sharing with us, I mean, this is what people go to pay for in business school. And this is you just giving it to us as
free
a team.
nuggets.
Honestly,
Yes.
thank you so
Just
much
telling you
for
as it
being
is.
real, really real, and telling us as it is. I know a lot
Yes.
of people who are dreaming to become big in their retail business are listening. I know they're taking notes. People are actively engaging us with their comments. And I see someone saying, cut your coat according to your size. Someone says,
Yes.
start small and build up. Then another person says,
Absolutely.
legalize your partnership so that there won't be war.
Absolutely.
Someone says,
Absolutely.
yes, so owó ló bojú ọ̀rẹ́ jẹ́. That is Niger for you. Honestly,
Yes, it
you know,
is.
when you were talking, you said that you saw a need because you
I
love
did.
shoes, so you started
Yes.
with your passion. You saw a major need. There were too many fakes out there,
Exactly.
and people really
Exactly.
want to build up their luxury closet. What package do you have, or what plans do you have in future to help people who would like to build the luxury closet and to build it gradually, because these items are quite pricey. And
Mhm.
you know, there's this adage that people say, "Oh, you carry a designer bag with no $100 in the bag, but you just want to show." In
Yes. Yes.
2021, we don't want our women going broke because we
Yes,
want to
absolutely.
feel
But
among,
you know,
and I feel this is what drives them into buying fake. So please tell us.
yes, but you see, again, you know, I know that I've said this thing 1,000 times, but cut your coat according to yourself. There's no pressure. I know with social media now, a lot of people, there's a lot of pressure, and people want to dress nice and people want to buy nice things. But I think build your closet gradually. You
Mm,
know, you can decide that you're going to buy, you have a budget. You
yes.
must always have a budget. You can say, I say to myself, I'm spending XYZ a month on clothes. I'm
Mm,
buying one pair of shoes this month. And
mm.
you gradually build your closet.
Closet.
We don't generally have, I mean, anything in place, you know, to help people build their closets through
Okay.
luxury. But, you know, when you have sales and stuff, it's, you know,
Good.
it's encouraging
That's
for
also
people to come
something.
in
I
and
mean,
of
sales is
course, and we,
encouraging.
yeah, so we generally, yeah, so we generally, you know, have sales. But what I find in business as well, so don't dilute your business as a business owner,
Mm,
because
good.
when you have a lot of sales, this is also why I started that other branch, because I didn't want to have a lot of sales in my flagship store, because what happens is people are waiting for the sale.
Do you have people who buy from your retail store and then go to sell it at a bigger amount out there? Does that
I'm
happen
sure,
to
I'm
you?
sure, I'm sure, I'm sure there. I haven't found out. I haven't, I'm not privy to that, but I'm sure people do that. They come and they buy on sale and then they go and, sell at a more expensive price. But, what is
Now,
yours is yours.
yes. Now let's talk about the effect on the pandemic on luxury stores. I mean, we saw
Mm,
reports come from the US that some retail stores, luxury
mhm.
stores were closing down their outlets
Yes,
and all
yes.
that. How were you able to navigate your business during the pandemic?
So very interesting for me. It was bittersweet because I'm in two lines of businesses. Florence H, the luxury, retail, but I also run a chain of supermarkets, which is a family business.
Oh, yes.
So I found myself comparing because my fast moving consumer good business was thriving.
Essential,
It was
essential.
up
Yeah.
here, and
Mm-hmm.
my store was not
Yes.
doing as well at the time. So what
Wow.
I did was I went digital. We opened up a website.
Okay.
I went digital, so that also helped. But
Mm,
what advice I would give to people in business generally is make sure that you diversify. Make sure
mm.
that you have different streams of income, so that
Income.
when
Mm,
the storm comes and the waves come, one of those businesses can weather the storm for you.
mm,
Yeah.
mm. So they must diversify so that when one business is not thriving,
Absolutely.
the income from
Absolutely.
the other one can help you navigate the tide. Now,
Absolutely.
during that whole thing going on, you lost your dad. And I
Hmm.
must have imagined, like the whole family, there was noise on social media, people
Hmm.
empathizing, people with mixed feelings.
Yeah.
How were you able to deal with all that? I mean, for retail business, luxury items, you say you buy directly from the people,
Hmm.
the store owners. It
Right.
means that you will travel a lot. With the
Yeah.
pandemic came no traveling, everyone is locked down. Then your dad died. Then the economy is not back. How
Whew.
did you do all that? Like, how did you get it together?
When it rains, it truly pours, right?
Oh,
God is strength. God is
mm,
truly strength.
mm,
I have to, I'm a very honest person, and I have to honestly say that I was living in my biggest nightmare, my
mm.
my greatest fear of my
Oh,
life.
I'm so sorry.
So thank you. So to say that God is strength, I really mean it, because I don't know how. I
Wow.
don't know how. I actually found myself asking myself, how much do you love your dad? Because you seem
Wow.
okay. It's only been 2 months and you seem okay. So,
Wow.
you just find the strength. I have three kids who look at me every day. So I have
Yeah.
to be strong. I have a husband, I have family, I have businesses,
Businesses and
and
all that.
I have to be strong. My dad lived an amazing life. He was a
Yes.
legend, a noble. So I
Yes.
have to, I have huge shoes to fill. I
Mm.
always say that my dad wasn't great for me to be average. So I needed to
Mm.
really,
Good.
yeah. So I needed to just get up and do it. You just have to do it.
So
It's
what
all part of
advice
life.
I can imagine? So what advice do you have for anyone who lost a loved one during the
Mm,
pandemic and they have given up hope? Like they may say things like, "My dad was my rock. Now that he's
yeah,
gone, what more can I do?" What advice do
yeah,
you have for such woman, for such young man, for
yeah,
such male out
yeah.
there who is about to give up because of the loss through the pandemic?
I think what truly drives me and what I can share with you is that if you truly love that person, you will make sure that your aim is to make them proud of you. So
Mm.
you will find strength in wanting to make that person proud, and just, living through what that person left
Mm.
behind.
Yes,
Yeah. And, draw close to God.
that's it.
You find strength. You find strength somehow. You don't have
When
to,
you draw close to
yeah, you
God.
draw close, just speak to him. You don't have to pray all the time, but just be in his constant presence, and
Mm-hmm,
you will
mm-hmm.
find peace that surpasses all. You will.
Thank you so much, Abby.
You're
We have so many
welcome.
questions for you. People are asking all kinds
Okay.
of questions, and
Let's
I
get
want us
to
to
it.
get right to it. I
Okay,
see
let's
someone say,
do it.
have different stream of income that can help you weather the storm. That's it. You
Absolutely.
must have, I mean, in times and seasons like this, you don't want to stay in just one line of business because you
Business,
don't
right.
know, you may never know what comes tomorrow. So you must be ready in case of unseen circumstances. Someone says,
Absolutely.
thank you for the amazing nugget. This is a
Oh,
business
you're
class, I
welcome.
must say.
Oh,
This
you're
is
welcome.
this is business
I
101.
you're welcome. You're
Thank you
welcome.
so, so much. Yes, you are a mom, a wife, a business person, you're
Yes.
a public figure. How are you able to be all of this in one person?
I know. Finding balance
Mm,
is a struggle for a lot of us. But you know what? I don't put pressure on myself. I take
mm,
each day as it comes. Being a
mm,
mom and a wife comes natural to me. So that's not a job. That's just,
mm,
that's second nature. Just finding the motivation to go to work, in the pandemic and doing all of these things is what is a struggle for me at the moment. But I just think that no pressure. Do what you can, you know, but be organized. You must
mhm,
always plan,
mhm,
plan, plan ahead. If you don't plan,
mhm.
you're going to
You
fail.
plan to fail, yeah.
Yes,
If you don't plan, you
you're
plan to
going to
fail.
fail.
So we
If you fail
must.
to plan, you plan to fail, right? So
Mm,
you must always plan and just have a structure that works for you. Find
okay.
that balance. And the days that you don't feel like it is okay. I learned that last year. It is okay.
Okay to
It's
take a
okay.
break.
It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
okay to take a
It's okay.
break. In this
Yes.
age of everybody wants to show like they're in business, they're
Yes.
becoming busy, people are putting up appearances. There's so much
Mm-mm.
pressure.
A
And
lot.
sometimes I just want to say, slow down. It's a
Hmm.
sign of self respect. When you take a
Yes.
break, you live longer. Just take a break, just pause. I mean, we all paused last year and the sky didn't fall.
No, it
We're,
didn't.
glory to God, we're still standing. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things that didn't work started working for some people because rest was a necessity to get them from where they were to where they ought to be. So I'm glad you're also reiterating the fact
Exactly.
that sometimes the next thing for you is to just pause, just stop, as in
Mm-hmm.
just pause. Like we're not saying don't do
Just
anything anymore.
breathe.
Just
Yes.
honestly, the whole world can use that breathing therapy right
Mm-hmm.
now. A lot has
Absolutely.
happened, and in as much as I want to lend a hand to everyone who is going through one form of loss and
Mm-hmm.
discouragement right now, I also want to encourage them to find a way to pick up the pieces and look
Absolutely.
for the light at the end of the tunnel. Look at Abby, for example. She picked
Mm.
up the pieces. She said she's going to do this because our dad did better, and she's going to leave a good legacy and ensure that she keeps that artwork going on for her. Thank you, Abby. It's been such a great time having you here. I can hear
Thank
the,
you.
I know that you're at the airport, you're on transit or
Yes, I'm at the
something.
airport. I'm in
Oh my
transit, but
God.
you know what? I had
Oh
to
my
honor
God.
this.
Thank you
So
so
it's
much.
okay. It's
This
not a
is
problem at all.
amazing. Let me quickly take people's questions real
Questions.
quick so that we can. People are really writing. They're enjoying this session with
Oh,
you.
thank you
No
guys.
pressure, be focused and be
Yes,
organized. I mean,
always.
that is one thing you said that eat it for me. Be organized. If you
Hmm.
know that managing business, home front, marriage, everything is going to cause some sort of chaos for you, have a to-do list and just take each one step at a time so you don't break down. I learn to delegate as much as I can
Oh,
because
good. Oh,
there
good.
are certain
Yes.
things people can't do for me that I
Hmm.
have to do. And there are
Hmm.
other things people can do that I don't have to do. For example, I have a baby, an 8-month baby. I'm a nursing mom.
Wow.
Nobody, thank
Congratulations.
you so much. Nobody can breastfeed the baby for me. But if I
Mm,
express the milk in a bottle, I can have someone help me feed
exactly.
the baby. So
Exactly.
delegate as much so that you, as a mother, businesswoman, can have some time that you take a break.
And your
Take
sanity, for your
and
sanity as well.
yes,
Your
Yes, for
mental
your
state of
wellness.
mind. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's important.
Somebody says breathe. I wish we can
Breathe.
say that again.
Breathe.com.
Breathe. It is okay to take a break.
It
Women, you're
is.
listening. It is okay. It's
Mhm.
very, very okay to breathe. It is okay to take a
Who is
break.
chasing us? No one.
Honestly, nobody's chasing us. We're the one chasing ourselves. And every time I try to motivate someone, I say, no, even though I'm trying to motivate you, you know your strength, you know as far
Mhm.
as you can go. When you have hit that point, just take a break. Nothing is going to spoil.
Mhm.
When you're ready and you got the energy, take it back.
Mhm.
It is just one breath from sleep to death. Like you need to be very careful so that while you're struggling to get the money, get the paper, get
Mhm.
the recognition, and all that, you don't drop dead. People are saying, okay,
Exactly.
someone is asking, how can I conquer the fear of delegating and still feel that things may not go as you desire? We all struggle with that, I
I
do.
love that question because as you were
Oh my
speaking, I was thinking I used to be a micromanager.
God.
I did not like to delegate because I am a perfectionist and I
I
don't think
am.
that anybody does it as good as me when it
I
comes
was,
to
I
work.
was like that
But
too.
again, as you grow in business, I mean, think
Mhm.
about it. You have 5 streams of income, 7 streams of income. You have
Mm.
to, as a leader, you have to learn to delegate and trust
Yes.
that you
Yes.
have instilled your values in the
Mhm.
people that you've hired to do
Mhm.
the job as well as
Mhm.
you will do it.
Mhm.
So you have to learn to trust your employees. You have to trust the people that you hire and you give them tasks, give tasks
Mhm.
and measure the tasks. And then
Mhm.
that way, as they do well, you keep increasing. But you can't do it all. Again, your mental state is very important. Your sanity is very important. Delegate, delegate. I
You
learned
know,
that the hard way.
I learned it the hard way too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
when they say delegate, I'm like, are you sure she's going to get it right? Are you sure he's going to get it right? Are they going to dot the I's and cross the T? But over time, when I learn to trust people that they can do
Mm-hmm.
it, they will do it well. And when you
Yes.
give people time and assignments, when you assign and delegate things to them over time, they get to do it
Yeah.
very well. So
Right.
it's not something they'll do once, they will do it
Mm-hmm.
gradually. Someone says, I've always had this fear of managing different businesses. But Ma, hearing from you today
Uh,
about not focusing only on one stream of business has encouraged me to be more for myself and future. Thank you.
You're
Wow.
welcome. And I must add, you're welcome. And I must add, it doesn't have to be start with what you have. When I say
Yes.
different streams of income, it's not easy. Having a business in Nigeria seems like it's designed to make you fail, but you have to keep
Honestly,
pushing. You have to keep
honestly.
pushing. I never take no for an answer. There's nothing. I will find a solution. Just keep
Mm.
pushing.
I thank you for even mentioning that running a thriving business in Nigeria is like they're setting you up to fail. It's
Right.
not easy. You have to deal with double taxation. You have to deal with all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
unforeseen circumstances like hoodlums, messed up some
Staffing,
people's stuff,
even that's a problem.
integrity,
Yes.
getting the right recruits,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
having someone you have
Funding, it's a
trained
problem.
just leave. Like they don't even sometimes they don't give you enough notification and they just leave. And you're like,
Exactly.
God, where am I going to start
Where am I
from?
going to
How
start?
do
But
I
you're always
start?
okay. You will always be okay. Oh,
I know
I
you're
tell
speaking
myself,
from
no,
experience.
I tell myself, I say, Johnny come, Johnny go, Florence H will remain, Grandex
That
will
is
remain.
it.
That's your
That
business.
is
You know
it.
what I mean? Oh, I trained you. I will train
Honestly.
the next person.
That's
Yeah.
it. I want to clap for you. Honestly, if you are a retail entrepreneur right now, you're a business owner, someone just left you, someone you've trained over the years, she just said it now. You trained them. You can always train another
Of
person. Train
course.
another person. I mean, you did it before, you can do it again.
Yeah,
And maybe this time you would even do it better. It's still
absolutely.
crushing the status quo in retail business. And my guest is no other than Abisola Koladaisi. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank you for commenting. I want to thank you for asking questions. I want to encourage you to share this stream, share it with your friends on YouTube, share it on Facebook, share it on Periscope, and of course, everywhere. Let someone who is starting a business hear about how those who are doing it so well, how they thrive, learn to delegate, learn, all these things Abby has been saying is for you to grow and crush the status quo in your retail business. Thank you so much, Abby. Don't go
Oh, you're
anywhere.
welcome.
I just want us to take this little commercial and then we'll be back in 2 minutes.
No
Hello
problem.
everyone, my name is Sunmbo Adeoye and I want to ask you, are you ready for the most inspiring meeting of this quarter? It's the 8th edition of the annual Inspiring Change Conference with myself and a host of all other leading female entrepreneurs. This year features speakers like Lady Onyeka Owenu, Temi Ajibewa, Folakemi Aya Akoni, Ask Downs, and of course a host of all others. You don't want to be given the summary to crushing the status quo in 2021. Register and take a front seat to relevance in your business, ministry, and career. Time is 10 a.m. at the Wisdom Arena. Lest I forget, admission is free. Mask up and be there.
Welcome back. Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you so much. So, one final word for the lady out there, for anyone who is watching tonight and their retail business is still shaking. One final word from you.
Don't ever give up. Keep going. You will make it.
Amen.
I'm here 10 years on. My business is not where I would like for it to be, but I keep going. Sky is not the limit. It's greater than the sky.
Yes. And you can tell us that because you travel a lot.
Yeah, that's greater than the sky.
Someone says, thank you, great women, for your time. Someone says, thank you so much, Ma. Honestly,
Oh,
this
you're
is a
so
business class.
welcome.
Thank you so much, Abby. I
You're
honor
so
you. I
welcome.
appreciate you. Thank you
Oh,
for
thank
the
you.
sacrifice because I know it's not easy to do this in the airport.
No,
God
it's
bless you.
not.
Have
And
a
I
safe
say
flight
thank you. Thank
and then
you.
happy birthday. We need to sing you a birthday song. Abby is
Thank
turning
you.
40 in 2 days. Happy
I
birthday to you. Woo-hoo-hoo.
thank you
Don't worry,
so
we'll
much.
do you a shout out on your birthday and we wish you
Thank
the
you.
very best that the future has for you. We love you and we
Oh,
celebrate
thank
you and
you.
honor you as a woman
Thank
who
you
is
so
thriving
much.
in retail business. Keep being an inspiration. Keep being a light to every
Oh,
woman out there. God bless you. Oh, people are still
thank you
dropping
so
comments.
much. It was
Oh,
my
they say, happy birthday
oh,
in advance.
thank you guys so much. Thank you,
Mm,
thank you, thank you, and thank you for allowing me to come on this show. I really appreciate it. It's my first one, and I had a great time.
I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you did.
Yes,
You take good care of
yes,
yourself and have
thank
a
you. You too.
beautiful flight. My regards to your husband and your children.
Bye. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We have had an amazing time. I mean, I didn't even want that session to end. Abby told us as it is. You have heard it right now, and I want you to never give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Someone said, we move. Yes, we move. Don't give up. Keep going. Learn to take breaks. If you need to take a break, learn to take break. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow night for another session in the Inspiring Change Conference 2021. Do have a pleasant night and ensure that you share the stream with all your friends, your family, all your sisters out there. Bye-bye.